and it's early Tuesday morning, crack of dawn, and I'm about to hit the road heading toward Tampa Bay. The situation with Hurricane Ian is growing more ominous. It's looking actually very threatening for Tampa Bay. Here I come. I have about 9 hours of driving. It's going to be a long day. Long day. It's a little afternoon. I'm still heading east along the Florida Panhandle, and the situation with Hurricane Ian's gotten kind of serious. It crossed Cuba this morning, and I checked the Key West radar a little while ago to take a look at it, and whoa, this thing's got a gorgeous structure. I mean, just a perfect little inner ring of an eye wall. I mean, this thing looks like it's ready to really ramp up and get very intense. And the other important thing is that the computer models have been shifting, and each new run brings the hurricane ashore further and further down on the Florida Peninsula, and that matters because with this particular storm, the further south it comes in, the stronger it's going to be. I think this thing could be one for the ages. I think it's really interesting, but I think this is going to be a really huge impact in a populated area. I think this is going to be another tough chase. I'm near Ocala, and I'm heading south on the 75 in Florida, and check this out. Southbound is fine. Northbound is jammed up. That's folks trying to get away from the hurricane, which is going to be coming ashore south of here in the direction I'm headed. That is a mess. That's a lot of people trying to get out of there. Wow. And the weather's deteriorating a bit too. These are some outer rain bands from Hurricane Ian. After 12 hours of driving, here I am. It's not an ideal hotel, but it's close enough, at least for tonight. I'm gonna have to definitely adjust my position tomorrow. It's not close enough. Good morning. It's 4 a.m. Got like 4 hours of solid sleep, and now I'm totally recharged and ready to go. It's windy and it's warm out and it's raining. I can feel the hurricane getting closer. Heading to Punta Gorda to deploy another Kestrel weather meter. Want a detailed pressure profile of this hurricane as it moves in. I'm in Charlotte Harbor in Florida, and the wind is starting to really pick up, and Hurricane Ian is now a Category 4 heading right in this direction. This could be ground zero. In the lobby of the hotel, just getting a last hot meal before the hurricane hits. It's getting a little stormy outside. Wow, crazy situation. So Hurricane Ian has just explosively intensified. Now it's a Category 4, almost a 5. And it looks like I am right where this thing is gonna come in. Holy crap, this thing could be one of the worst hurricanes in American history, the way this is shaping up. And what a surprise, just a couple days ago, the computer models were not enthusiastic about this, and now we might be in for just a hurricane for the ages. Wow. Folks in the hotel seem a little spooked because they heard about how it's deepening, how it's strengthening. They don't know what to make about it. Let's go outside and see what it's like out there. Yeah, look at that. You can see it's already getting really stormy out here. Now, we might be ground zero here, Punta Gorda. I mean, I'll stay here. Based on the latest radar trends, it looks like this is exactly where the hurricane's eye is coming, and it's a pretty big eye. Wow, man, this is gonna be something. I don't like to resort to hyperbole or, you know, kind of hyping, but this is gonna be one hell of a punch. And I just hope residents here are battening down. Folks on Southwest Florida, around Charlotte Harbor, up to Sarasota, down to Naples, you guys all have to be ready. This thing is gonna come in hot. In the lobby of this hotel here in Punta Gorda, and folks hanging out, having breakfast. Could be the last hot meal in a while. Folks seem calm for the most part. I think they are starting to hear that this hurricane is getting kind of hardcore. I wonder though if they really know how serious this is going to be, because I think this is going to be beyond what a lot of people were expecting, even in their kind of wildest dreams. This is going to be a really, really heavy impact wherever it comes in. Starting to really blow in Punta Gorda. The wind's getting that angry tug to it. And inside the lobby, folks are just kind of trying to stay quiet and calm. Little kid here watching TV, and I got my radar here. I'm just kind of following what the hurricane is doing. And, you know, it's my instinct, you know, when I'm chasing hurricanes to like keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. You know, it's almost like, it's kind of like a, you know, it's a sport. You want to keep moving. But this is a situation where the radar is telling me, stay put. It seems to be wobbling right in this direction. So for right now, stay put. Punta Gorda, Florida. Hurricane Ian moving in. I'm on the waterfront in Punta Gorda, and check this out. That's Charlotte Harbor behind me, and look at that. The water's actually been pulling out away from the coast. That actually happens sometimes before severe hurricanes. Depending on the direction of the wind, the water can actually pull away from the coast. But then what happens is the center moves in, crosses the coast, the wind shifts, and the water just comes rushing in. There's a good chance it'll come spilling over this seawall and then up to the hotel possibly. It's going to be a very serious situation either way, because the winds in this thing are really intense. This is a high-end Category 4 hurricane. I'm actually having trouble just sort of imagining what it's going to be like in an hour or two when we get into the inner core of this thing. This is a serious, serious hurricane. I was not expecting this. This just kind of, it's just sort of like exploded today into this big event potentially. It's just, you never know with these things. Look how far out the tide is. That fishing pier is barely in the water. That water has pulled way out. That is crazy. And it's all gonna come rushing back in later. So, last minute adjustment. I'm looking at the radar, and it looks like the hurricane is, looks like the eye is wobbling a little to the north. If we want to get inside of it, we got to relocate. I don't want to do it. I hate relocating this close to the core of a violent hurricane, but I'm going to be angry at myself if I miss the eye. Gotta go. Frantic, last minute position change. God, I hate this. Yeah, we gotta head north about 10 miles probably. All right, we're just gonna do it. 11:45 a.m. We are just outside the inner eye wall of Hurricane Ian. And I noticed the conditions are pretty good because we're in that moat. It's kind of a dry area of the hurricane. It's just outside the craziness, but yeah, look at that. It's actually good conditions for driving, and it's gonna be that way for a few minutes. We got about 20 minutes to get to where we're going in Northport. All right, so it's 11:50. We crossed over the bridge, heading toward Northport. Basically just kind of chasing the radar at this point. All right, so tough situation right now. The eye is wobbling as it's coming ashore. I can't decide. Is it going more toward Punta Gorda where I was, or is it more going toward Northport? Got to decide one or the other. Northport or Punta Gorda. Got to make a decision. Got to bite the bullet, make a decision. I don't want to miss the eye. And I can't figure out where it's going. It's driving me crazy, and it's becoming dangerous because now we are just outside of the violent inner core. Conditions getting hairier. Oh boy. All right, 12:33. Looks like we're heading back to Punta Gorda. This is crazy, just back and forth like nuts. Ugh. Getting crazy from this. We're gonna have to go over that bridge. That's not gonna be pretty. Going back over the bridge, going back over Charlotte Harbor to Punta Gorda. This is a rough drive. The winds are crazy. I can hardly keep the car on the road. The gusts are just tugging it out of the lane. The radar is playing tricks with my eyes, causing me just to be totally neurotic and overthinking it maybe. So back to Punta Gorda. Folks are watching the storm, and it's almost like people are watching a movie. They're just entranced by what they're seeing, and the show has actually not started yet. Radar says the eye wall's a mile or two from here. Radar says we're on the edge of the eye wall. It's just almost here. Whoa. .209, starting to get that approaching whiteout. Can't see across Charlotte Harbor. 210. Bam! Wow, thunder in the eye wall. Don't hear that often. landfall of Hurricane Ian. Just look at those winds ripping out there. Now, when I looked at the radar, looks like we're right on that boundary between the eye and the eye wall. And where those two things meet is often where the most violent winds are. As you can see behind me, man, this thing is ripping hard. Whoa, check that out. Dangerous conditions. We should be in a calm eye anytime now. Hopefully just a few minutes. Nice. Yeah. Let's go, Josh. Sky's brightening. It's 4:30. I'm in the eye of Hurricane Ian in Punta Gorda, Florida. It's still kind of windy. We're still getting some gusts, but definitely it's calmed down. I'm just out here walking around, and so are other people. Folks are just kind of curious to see what happened. Still getting some strong gusts. It's a little before 5 p.m. and we're in the eye of Hurricane Ian. I'm in the hotel lobby and you can see folks are just kind of hanging out, playing music, relaxing. It's kind of a cheery mood. I think folks are maybe, I don't know, feeling good that we got halfway through the hurricane. And we have a long night ahead of us because the other side of the hurricane is going to hit. But for now, it's calm. It's about 5:30, still in the eye of Hurricane Ian in Punta Gorda. It's kind of windy, we're getting some drizzle, but we are definitely in the eye. Check out all the tree destruction. Look at that grand old tree that came down. That's a shame. And here's some other ones too behind me. Yeah, this town definitely took a beating. But one thing I'm noticing, a lot of the newer houses, ones that were built after Hurricane Charlie, which devastated this place in 2004, a lot of those houses look like they performed very well in these fierce winds. Just goes to show you, if you build stuff properly, it'll withstand even powerful hurricanes. We're going to be in the eye probably for, I don't know, I'm estimating another hour or so. And then we got the backside of the storm. It's going to be a long night here. 5:45 and we inadvertently drove right back into the eye wall. Okay, yeah, just drove into it without realizing it. We're on the bridge over Charlotte Harbor and boom, back in the eye wall. So we gotta turn around, get back to shelter. Driving over the bridge, over Charlotte Harbor, and we are right on the border between the eye and the eye wall. Trying to hurry back to the hotel before we get into a full-on hurricane again. The water looks like it's higher. 5:47.
It's up.
Back in the hurricane. And it also looks like the water's coming up. We're gonna go to the shore and check it out. I thought we were going to be in the eye for longer. Here we go. It looks like we're going back in. There's been a noticeable shift in the wind direction. And that's concerning because when it starts blowing on shore, those waters are going to come in. It is starting to rip again. Look at that. Just all of a sudden, you're riding along the edge of the eye, and then boom, it just popped back into the eye wall. We're back in the hurricane. Totally back in it. It is whipping hard. Whoa. Well, we're surprised how strong this hurricane has come back. Wow.
Give me a sec, I need to turn it.
This is a surprise. Okay. Yeah, do what you have to do. Wow, this is a surprise. The backside of Hurricane Ian is a little more intense than we were expecting. We're getting a full-on whiteout now. Crap. Get serious. Whoa. Wow, we are getting raked just before 6 p.m. And maybe we hadn't seen the best of Hurricane Ian. Wow, look at that go. Look at those winds. Cars rocking like crazy.
Look at the palm trees, dude.
625, probably the strongest winds of the day right now.
sure. Let's find out. That's what we need.
Backside of Hurricane Ian is relentless. It is just pounding Punta Gorda, and it's getting dark. It's going to be a very long night for this town. Waves breaking over the seawall up onto the ground. We're gonna have a storm surge problem. Almost 9 o'clock and it is still going. Incredible. What a hurricane. Hurricane's still blowing outside, but folks in this hotel are done with it. Everyone's just hanging in the lobby, drinking, having a good time. And I think we're all ready to see Hurricane Ian go take a hike. It's been a long day, epic impact. Very worried about what we're going to see tomorrow in terms of damage, but I think for tonight we're done with Ian. I'm in Punta Gorda the morning after Hurricane Ian, and my initial impression is that we escaped the massive storm surge here that happened in other parts of Florida, like Fort Myers and Naples. But the water still did wreak havoc. Like, look at this. The surge just tore this boat up and threw the pieces onto land against trees and everything else. And you can see the waterfront's a mess. There's like a lot of debris and everything else. But what I haven't seen are whole neighborhoods underwater and stuff like that. So in that sense, it looks like Punta Gorda might have gotten off a little easier than some of its neighbors. Still chasing Ian. Gonna meet up with it a second time in South Carolina. Right now I'm racing across the Florida Peninsula. And late this afternoon I'll be crossing Georgia. And then tonight I'll arrive in Charleston. I'll get a little sleep. And then the storm will hit again tomorrow. It's dawn in Charleston and Hurricane Ian is heading for South Carolina. Looks like the center of circulation is going to come ashore a little northeast of here, and that's where I'm heading. I want to see what happens up the coast where the real action is going to be. Even though Charleston's going to miss the worst of it, it's probably going to get a good kick here and probably some flooding. Georgetown, South Carolina. Georgetown, and we're going to go up the coast more toward Myrtle Beach. See if that's where the eye of Hurricane Ian is going. This is the heart of historic Georgetown. It's totally underwater, under storm surge. Kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting it. Well, I should have been expecting it because this place has almost no elevation. Problem is, I deployed a barometer a few blocks from here down the street, and I gotta go get it. So, gotta walk through this water. I think it's walkable. I don't think it's too high. Let's see. Wow, this is some serious flooding in the historical district of Georgetown. I mean, check this out. This is underwater as far as the eye can see. Wow. Category 1 hurricane. And the storm surge here means business. Unfortunately, my Kestrel weather meter is on the other side from this, so I gotta walk through it. Oh man. This is a really bad walk through this floodwater, and I know it's not clean. Out on the beach and I saw this rainbow and I said to myself, this chase is over. This devastating just tirade through Florida, through South Carolina, it's done. Floodwaters are receding and I'm going home. heading back to Mississippi, going home.